The following review is going to be on Studio Series 8606, Leader Class Grimlock and Autobot Wheelie. Stay tuned. Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to review the Transformers Studio Series 86.06 Grimlock and Autobot Wheelie from the 1986 Transformers the movie. First, we'll take a look at the package. There is Wheelie and Grimlock. It is Transformers Generations from Takara Tomy. Hasbro sign. On this side, you've got 86 Studio Series Leader Class. And there is another of the same art, 86. Transformers logo on the top. UPC on the bottom. And on the back, it is big screen inspired scale detail backdrop. The backdrop is called Mockery of Justice, and it's on the planet of Quintessons. And it is Robot to Dinosaur in 24 steps. It says Grimlock and the Dinobots storm the Quintesson courtroom, and you could pose Wheelie on top of Grimlock with his slingshot. Now let's get this guy out of the package and see how cool he really is. Alright, now that we've got Grimlock out of the packaging, let's look at some stuff first. First, we're going to take a look at the instruction booklet. Let's see, Transformers the movie logo, Grimlock and Autobot Wheelie. I guess they couldn't get the rights to Wheelie, so sometimes they throw an Autobot into it. And basically, instructions on what to do with him. This is how you put the gun onto the back. And then he's got the gun. Is that on the side? Oh yeah, you could put the gun on the side and the back of Grimlock in his hand, and Wheelie goes either on his arm in robot mode or behind his head in dinosaur mode. And then we'll take a look at his gun, which is very Grimlock-y. Double barrel gun, molded in like a light black, and it's pretty good. Here is Wheelie. We'll take a look at actually him in detail. And we're going to take a look at the display stand. It is the Quintesson Pit of Judgment. So it is, let's see, it says 86 Transformers, 8606. I'll move the light. There you go. So you don't see the reflection. There. And we can stick Grimlock right on there in robot mode. And we'll stick Wheelie right here. And that was pretty good too. I like that. I like these display cases. And we're gonna put that away. Now we'll look at Wheelie first. And I want to show you with the gun real quick. It is blast compatible. So we can put some blast effects. That one don't like to stay in, but that one does. Here, how about we do this? Come on, these are Skylinxes. There you go. And they're blast compatible. I don't think Grimlock has any effects on him or ports on him. First, we're going to take a look at little Wheelie. He's he's got blue eyes. He's got orange gray. He's an orange and almost like a light pink, a mauve. Front and back. Is that a peg right there? No. And on his articulation is his head does 360. His arm is on a ball joint, so it could go the whole 360. And what's good about this is you can move the arm up, and that's how he gets his slingshot. The legs, ball joint. I wish the knees would have moved. Same thing. And this arm goes up 360. It goes out. And it's got a little slingshot. So if you want to do his pose like this, that's a slingshot pose. And it's got these little connectors here, so that's how you hook them up to Grimlock. But which we will do up here later. And now let's look at the big guy himself. And like I said, this is a leader class. It is a truly leader class. It's not leader class because it's Voyager that comes with accessories. It is a true leader class figure. Oh man, and he's pretty nice looking. We're going to take a look at his face real quick. I've got a new tripod I'm testing out. So let's see, he's got the blue eyes, black face. He's got the yellow here. I do like this see-through charcoal colored thing right there over his Autobot symbol, which you could actually take off if you don't like it. It's 2 screws, which we'll show that later. And look at the detailing on his arms. I mean, he's got so much details on him. It is just ridiculous. They really did a good job on this Grimlock. And going down, it's typical Grimlock, the cartoonish feet with the blue, the red, and the green. He's got black toes. He's got the gold legs, or the claws right here. Turn around the back. You see no sign of the tail. And it's customary Grimlock wings. And these are actually pretty movable, which is pretty neat. And these, I guess we can just fold down. It don't matter. Typical head in the back, but it's not that much of a backpack. And there is your Grimlock. Now, for articulation, head does a whole 360. Looks up, looks down. The arm, nice, wow, nice ratchet. Nice ratchet. It goes up that far. Now, this is locked in a dinosaur mode, but you got to untab it. And he's got that much of the more than 90 degrees on the elbow, wrist rotation, and these you can move back and forth. He's got 360 degrees waist rotation, which is good. He's got the bicep swivel. Let's see, other arm the same. I like that ratchet. There you go. Legs, he can kick forward more than 90. He can kick back almost 90. Swivel at the upper thigh, which is nice. Oops. About a 90-degree bend, I guess. Feet. And he's got a little rocker on his feet, so you can pose them, but they don't go up or down. And that is the Grimlock. Now, we're going to do this later, but let's just show him how he compares with the last incarnation of Power of the Primes, Voyager. Now remember, this makes Volcanicus, so the transformation is a little different, but this gives you a good example of a Voyager-size Grimlock, and now that we have a leader-size Grimlock, which, in the old cartoon, I think this is perfect size right here, because you ever watched that first cartoon with the Dinobots? The Grimlock and the other Dinobots hovered over Optimus Prime, so that's a pretty good comparison. And now, let's see. Oh, let me show you his gun. Even though he's got the claws there, the gun makes up for it because it's flat on the end, so he can carry his gun here. And now we can do the blast effects with him holding his gun. Whoops, we got to use small ones. Here we go. That looks pretty good right there. Like I said, those are Sky Lynxes. And it tells you can put the gun. Okay, and I think this is how you store the gun on the back. It's very confusing. You have a little notch right there, and I assume you just snap this in here. The instructions are not that clear. You get the paw up. I assume that's how you could attach it right there. Which, if that's wrong, then you could let me know about it. But that's what it looks like in the back. And now on the robot-to-robot comparisons, we're going to do several different kinds. First, we're going to bring in Power of the Primes Dinobot Leader, Voyager Grimlock. That is the core of Volcanicus. Then we're going to bring in, I believe this is Generation Select's Grimlock. And then this is Kingdom Leader Beast Wars Megatron. And you'll see them later on in dinosaur mode, the difference. And the only other Studio Series 86 figure right now I have is Hot Rod. And this is the best figure, I think, so far. And now we're going to bring in the movie figures. This is Ultra Magnus, which is a Leader Class Combiner Wars. This is Blaster, a Leader Class from Titans Return. So the leaders, he's about the same size as the old leaders. We'll put him right there. Then we'll bring in Voyager Siege Springer. So I assume this is the correct, because the Dinobots were big in the original movie. And we're going to bring in Titans Return Deluxe Cup. We're going to bring in our Earthrise RC. We're going to stick Hot Rod there again. Here. Oh, RC, you're so small. She's so girly. We'll stick her in the back like that. And then we're going to do Perceptor. Deluxe Perceptor. Because he was in the movie with the Dinobots. My Power of the Primes Jazz until I get the new Studio Series. And we're going to bring in Earthrise Optimus. Because he is a good... I think he's a good scale right there. And then we're going to take all these guys away. Pardon me just a second. And, oh, you know what? I forgot Bumblebee and Spike from the new Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. But Spike was in the movie. And then we're going to bring in Galvatron, Titans Return. This is one of my favorite figures too, the Kingdom Voyager Cyclonus. We're going to bring in the Quintesson Judge. So I like this scale, but the Bailiff is a little small. But you know what? We'll see how they are in dinosaur mode. I think I'll take a look at the movie and see how they do scale with him. Because in the movie, they only in robot mode at the very, very beginning. And during the Unicron fight. Other than that, they are in dinosaur mode. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to take Wheelie off. Put Wheelie right here. He's hard to stand up. There. We're going to move the camera down. And we're going to bring in G1 Wheelie. I know, isn't he pretty bad? Here, G1 Wheelie, and then our Titans Return Wheelie, which is an awesome figure. And that, I think we've done about just every robot-to-robot comparison we can think of. And that's all for these. Next, we're going to put Wheelie on it. Now, here's how you install Wheelie. You got a little tab there, or a tab on there. Or a little slot, and Wheelie's got this little peg right there. So what you want to do is just put Wheelie's peg in like that, and then Wheelie just hops on. Is there another peg? Nope, it's just this one little peg here. You got Wheelie on this side, although he doesn't hold pretty good. Let's try him on the other side. Nope. He fits in like that. And I guess that, oh my god, this Wheelie, he doesn't really like to stay on here pretty good. There we go. And there is Wheelie on Grimlock. And just like the instructions, he's just sitting up there. So he just sits up there like that. And is he pretty? Yeah, he's pretty loose now. You just got to get that little peg in there. I don't think you can do them on the other side, but they do have that peg there if you wanted to. Now, to transform this guy. Alright, let's adjust the camera. Alright. Instructions are weird. They got you doing the hands first. So you just want to fold these hands in until they click. And then this little tab here, you just want to lock the legs in like that. And then come back here. And this tab's in right there. And basically, now they tell you to work on the legs. And the legs now. First you want to fold these in. Now it's weird how they slide right in there. And it just catches it. And you fold these there. Then what you want to do is you actually, the legs fold up. Oh, before we do that, let's pull these out like that. And now this is weird. See how it's made? It's on a slider. But when you do them either way, it pushes it. See? So see how the slider's all the way to the right? And then when you do this, this pushes it to the left. But they tell you on the front to, this little peg snaps right in there. So what you want to do is just extend these out like that. So the legs are extended. And then let's put those together. There's a little tab right there. So those are together. And then what you want to do is fold this around. Now you got these two, you got two slots on each side and the two holes. They're not going to snap in. They will just slide in. So you got to bend them at the knees just right to get, and the knees bend right there. So you just got to bend it just right. Here, let's get these out of the way. Alright, so there, that one's in. And that side's in. See, so now they're pretty snug. And then these, you just want to lift up and clear that hurdle like that. And then you just put these together and snap them together, snap them together. And now you got half a Grimlock all done. So come up here, and as you notice a couple times, this was always it's tabs in, but it comes out, and you just want to swing this down like that. There, so that's swung down. Take Grimlock's head and swing that down. Camera up a little. And then this, and these you just want to angle in, and they'll go down in, and then these snap together, and the head goes down. Fix the arms, fix the legs, and you have Grimlock in his dinosaur mode. And he's pretty cool. Definitely the old Tyrannosaurus Rex. If you can just stand without. Yeah, these are ratchets, so let's see if we can get a good ratchet. There you go. Now he's standing without moving. Everything fits pretty good. Everything lines up. This gap is going to be there because you have this sticking out. I don't think, that's how it goes. So you got a little gap there, but all in all, there is Grimlock in his dinosaur mode. And I like him. Definitely G1-ish. And his mouth opens up. Now let's get some articulation, or let's get a close-up of his face. He's got a blue eye. He's got a even detail on the mouth, and if you look inside the mouth, he has a peg where you could put a blast effect in. Here, we'll use the bigger one. And now Grimlock is spitting fire. So you can use the blast effects from all the other characters on him. But he doesn't have, he's not a Earthrise line or Siege, so he doesn't have those little pegs for the small blast effects. But he's still pretty cool. Let's see, you got the gold, you got the Autobot symbol right there. I mean, there's a lot of detail on the legs, on the back. Yeah, you got this little gap right there, but that's fine. Going down the tail. There you go, the belly. Typical Grimlock where his chest folds down. Let's see now, articulation. The head can move up and down. This could actually rotate 360 degrees. Let's see, close the mouth. And the arms are actually pretty posable. They're on like a ball joint, so you got a little in and out movement. Oops, oh, and they pop off. Oh, wow. All it is just a round. Oh, boy. Whew, and it just snaps in. So you don't want to do it too much, but they do have some movement. It's got elbow articulation, front and back, that much. A little more than 90. Front, a little more than 90, and just don't move them out that much. Unfortunately, they don't have the individual claws. The feet are on ratchets, so 360. They go out, same as the arms in robot mode. And the back doesn't move at all. But, there you go. Now, these are meant to lock in. See, there's a little tab there. So, when he's in dinosaur mode, you want to lock the legs in. So, Grimlock stays pretty good. Or, let's see. Let's get his tail off the ground. Well, you got to find that sweet spot where he can stand and his tail's off the ground. But that is Grimlock. Now, let's do some comparisons. And Wheelie fits on the back. You got these two pegs right here, there and there. And what you want to do is slide his legs in. Let's see, there's one peg. Let's see, there is one peg. There's two pegs. And now you've got Wheelie with the camera up. Now you've got Wheelie riding Grimlock. But he doesn't, I thought he'd be above Grimlock, but that's about it. So there you have Wheelie riding Grimlock just like he does in the Quintesson pit. Now let's bring in the Quintesson pit. Let's see if he fits here. There you go. And he kind of fits on here. There. So you can't fit him on that, but this is mostly for robot mode. And now for some comparisons. We'll stick them there. And our first comparison is going to be Power of the Primes Grimlock. So, yes, this Grimlock is not the best, but he has to be a combiner. So, they did what they had to do. And then I think this is my Generation Selects Grimlock. It's kind of a different take on him. And then we're going to bring in Leader Megatron from the new Kingdom Beast Wars. So these are both pretty new figures right there. So you got them like that. One's more metallic. And one is the, this says they used to think Tyrannosaurus Rexes were, and now this is how they believe they are now with the tail off the ground. And these are both leader classes, so I think they scale good together. Then we're going to bring in our Alicon / Bailiff. There's the, or the judge, or whatever he is. Let's see, here's our Quintesson. So I think that's pretty... I could see Grimlock dragging a Quintesson like this. There you go, that works. And then we're just going to bring in Hot Rod. Studio Series Hot Rod. Titans Return Cup. And pretend Wheelie's not there. Here's Wheelie. And let's see, we're going to bring in our Pit of Judgment. Yes, I stole the plastic with our little Quintesson right there. We'll put this guy here. Innocent or guilty. Me Grimlock, no bozo. Me Grimlock King! And that is the Pit of Judgment. And you know what? I completely forgot about this guy. I wanted to bring in Skylynx. So how does Mr. Magnificent compare to Grimlock? And that is it. And that is all comparisons. And if you wanted, I want to do this, this scale right here. That's about right. If you go back and watch the first Transformers episode, that is a good scale. The Dinobots hovered over Optimus Prime and the Autobots. Now, to transform this guy back, let's take Wheelie off, put him to the side. Alright, first we're going to pull the head back. And then unsnap these arms and just get them out of the way. Flip the head up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move this whole piece right here. It's on a double hinge. And just hinge that up. And might as well take out that tab so you can bend it. And we'll flip the hands around. We'll untab it right there. And take the hands around. Now for the feet. Okay, so you want to undo these. Oh. Let's flip these over. Let's move the camera down. Alright, now again, as this pushes it, it's going to slide it over. You'll see that black one. It'll slide it over. And then just clip it in. We'll do the same with the other one. As we slide this up. Oops. How come that? Oh. As we slide this up, it's going to move it over. And then you'll have that little peg will clip in right there. Okay, those are done. Take this and just rotate it back. It doesn't flip over. It just slides back. And then any tabs in here, you just got that tab over there. And then again, you get this tab. Whoa. First time that happened. There we go. We'll lock that in. We'll flip this around. The head tabs in the back like that. And then you can straighten them up. We'll fix them up nice and neat. Fix them up nice and neat. And now he's back to being Grimlock. Now, I'm going to show you a little thing that Emgo showed me on his reviews. You have two little screws right there. So if you want, you could just unscrew this. Unscrew that one. Now let's get the screws out of here. Let's see. There's one. There is. Come on. Get out, you little screw. Hey, live video. What are you gonna do? Whoops. And now you have G1 Grimlock. And whether you want to keep this piece or not, it's up to you. But that is G1 Grimlock. I'm going to put it back because I like this. The little piece. We're just going to pause it. And now he's back to normal. Alright. And this is about it for this review. I'm going to come here and bring back Hot Rod Studio Series. We're just going to stick Wheelie on it. Okay, the pluses, this is a liter-size Grimlock. I love how big he is and he towers over all the other Autobots. The minus is this Wheelie. Even if they would have just done a little knee bend, just a bend in the knee, that's all. It would have made this guy so much better. But, oh well, at least we're getting liter-size figures again that's real liter size and not just Voyagers. Like, he was a deluxe and he made a Voyager with accessories, so I'm glad they made him a liter size. We'll just fold these back. Alright, and that is it for this review. So if there is a link below to purchase some of these guys, feel free to do so. That helps me a lot. check out my channel, subscribe, like, share my videos. We do mostly Transformers, we do DC, Marvel. I do a lot of new toy sightings, so if you ever see these, I'll let you know when they're in the stores. Nah, that guy, I like it better like that. All that good stuff. Just subscribe, turn on notifications, let me know. I'll let you know when I do new videos. We try to do new video, maybe 2-3 a week. But, alright, that is it for Rodimusbill. So, as Grimlock once said, me Grimlock no bozo, me Grimlock king. Rodimusbill out. Hey guys, I'm back. I forgot to show you something. Gun storage in dinosaur mode. On the gun, you have these two tabs right here, 1 and 2. And on the back, what is the feet? You have 2 slots, 1 and 2. So, what you can do is, you gotta line these up. And they're not the easiest, but there you go. Now you have gun storage in dinosaur mode. Looks funny, yes, but you know what? If you display him in this mode, you've got a good way to store his gun mode. Alright, thanks for staying this long, and Rodimusbill out.